Hello, I think this is working. I've not got any webcam or anything this time, but I'm doing basically my tier list. So I'm just gonna make sure this is up. Yeah, it's showing that there's volume. So yeah, I know this is super original and everything, and I know people are gonna hate me after this. So let's get all the hate going and stuff through. I'm doing it live just because I want partly to trials out also the volume. I think it's working. It seems to be working. Hopefully it is working. Well, you'll know if it is working or not because you can hear me or not. That's simply the answer. So I'm going to try and do these games in order. I will warn you, I haven't played all the games. Like if there's like Fire Red, I haven't played. I played Fire Red, but not Leaf Green. I've done stuff like that, but yeah. Let's start with the first games, and I don't think I can see them. So let's start with Pokemon. Oh, there's Pokemon Blue. Okay, let's start. Oh, there's Red as well. So Pokemon Red and Blue. We'll do them in game order. Also, remember this is my opinion, so if you are gonna give me death threats, I'm sure you will. So, SAB. You know how risky saying your opinions are on the internet. I wouldn't do it S. I would probably put B realistically. I've never played the original Red and Blue. I've played Yellow, and I would agree that they're all three of them are probably ranked B because I think they are good games, and I think they were very good at the time. And I put Alpha Sapphire, not Blue. But they have aged poorly. That's why they've probably been remade twice as well. I think Pokemon Let's Go has been a game they wanted to experiment on. I'm just going to again check that the volume is working because I am not trusting my luck with this. So it seems to be working. I've tried with a bit of a webcam. It seemed to go a bit choppy, so I thought for the first time let's just do it with voice only. Okay. I think that's probably where I put them. I think they have problems, but they are quite good games still, and they're playable. Okay, Gold, Silver, and Crystal. I would probably put them A rank. I wouldn't put them best. There are reasons, but I'll get on that if I. Yeah, Crystal and where is it? Ruby. There it is. No, Ruby. That's not Ruby. I'm looking for gold. No, silver. I don't know what I'm looking for now. But the reason why I think these are good games. They have a second region like a lot of people love, but there's also the actual main story is good, and I think the Johto region looks amazing, and I wish they remade Johto games again at some point. Could they do it in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? Well, apart from because they would have to add 100 new Pokemon in. Well, new Pokemon in the sense that they're not actually new, but they can't be bothered to make more models on them, even though they're already in Pokemon Go. So I don't know, but I think they have problems. Like the difficulty is hard. I like the difficulty being hard, but I feel that some points it can be a bit rough at other times, and sometimes it's too easy, and then yeah, the difficulty can be a bit random. The roaming legendaries, I know some people do like them, but I don't, and I'm glad they don't do them anymore. Really, well, the last time I saw why, but even then it was debatable if they're roaming because you have to catch them at a specific place, but you find them multiple times. I think that's probably better in my opinion. But yeah, those are really annoying that you can only get like a very few amount of evolution stones. I don't know why was that a good idea, but it's just a terrible idea. So yeah, I don't think they should do it again. So I'm just gonna double check if it looks like it's getting my speech through. So yeah, I think they're good. I think honestly, Crystal's better than Gold and Silver. I would be more tempted for that on S if out of all these three, but I think it's just better than them. I'm not also necessarily going to do in much order. I'm just going to put them in some order that I feel is appropriate for the games. Okay, let's move on to Ruby and Sapphire. Ruby and Sapphire. I'm gonna. I will. I haven't played either Ruby or Sapphire, but I'll be honest. I put them C ranks. I haven't played either Ruby or Sapphire. I played Emerald and Omega Ruby, but never actually Ruby or Sapphire. So, and I put Fire Red, not Ruby or Sapphire. There you go. So, okay, it might be reason why, but I think from what I can tell, they're quite similar to Emerald, but Emerald's a superior version. So I'm going to put them in C. Fire Red and Leaf Green. I'm going to put them B rank. I'll be honest. Oh, okay, yes, but yeah, from what I can tell, anyway. Fire Red and Leaf Green. They're just, I don't know. They've been quite forgetful. Going, they're not too bad. I think they are better. They've barely standard with compared to those games. I haven't played Leaf Green, but I have played Fire Red, so yeah. But I think they could have done better. I think they could have like done stuff to do with what's it called? We could have made obviously the post game slightly longer. They got rid of a lot of the glitches, but they also didn't. I feel they did much with Mewtwo much either. I feel they could have done more with it. I think they could have done better with it, but I think they didn't do too badly. And also, it's quite annoying that the menu is like on the bottom. I don't get why they did that. I think it was maybe meant to be an easier game, but okay. That's just my opinion. Pokemon Emerald is next, and I'll be honest, I think it's a great rank. I really do like Pokemon Emerald. It's definitely a great game, and I think it could obviously be better. Like I feel the difficulty just if you have Trico, it's super difficult. I've played through most of it. I'm still, but I'm not near the end, so it's quite annoying. But I know the Battle Frontier is meant to be amazing. I haven't got to that point yet, but I don't think I will like the Battle Frontier too much, but I can see how people will like this game a lot. So yeah, I'll be honest, that'll be there. To be fair, I think maybe Pokemon Red and Blue should probably be down to C. Yeah, because they haven't aged too poorly. I'm gonna keep Yellow up because, to be fair, I like having Pikachu. Just by the way, so I'll give it that and also following Pokemon. So that's why I'll do that. The next games are going to be Fire Red and Leaf Green, not Fire Red and Pokemon Red and Blue are lower. I've changed my mind, but they're still good games. I wouldn't necessarily. I think it's just to even it out a bit more. But the next games are Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and if you know my opinions about Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, they're not very good games in my opinion. They've well, the story isn't very good. It's very slow. It's quite hard to know where you need to go. Considering the online is down, one of the main selling points of it has now gone. It's just they're not very good games, in my opinion. And the post game is a bit tedious. And why on earth did they invent fog apart from to create the HM frog? It's just annoying. I know there's a lot of Diamond Pearl fans, but I'm just not one of them. I'm sorry. But yeah. But let's go to Pokemon Platinum. I'm gonna put this B rank. And you might be wondering, well, why do you like Pokemon Platinum way more than Pokemon Diamond? Well, Pokemon Platinum does fix a lot of things like the pacing issues. I know the post game is meant to be better. You get to go to the Distortion world. I loved going there. That was one of the things I really got excited about getting Pokemon Platinum for. Garantia is obviously an awesome Pokemon as is. It does help with the story a bit, and but yeah, it still has problems, but it has so many problems, and I honestly think I don't care what people say. I feel when people talk positive things about Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, they're actually just talking about Pokemon Platinum because actually that's the only good game, in my opinion. I know people are going to hate me for that, but yeah. Anyway, let's move on to Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and that's the BS rank, let's be honest. You can't argue with me. Is there anyone in this world who doesn't think that Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver are S rank? They've got all the great things about Gold and Silver, but added they kept the Battle Frontier from Pokemon Platinum. They've added a new Safari Zone. They've made obviously the graphics look beautiful. The Pokemon follow around you and behind you, and it's so awesome. And also the Tylephathon, the sports things. On me, those fun mini games that I really wish they could return at some point. They're just amazing, and I really don't understand why hasn't the Pokeball, not the Pokeball, the Pokeball is one of the most amazing things that Pokemon have ever made. Oh, and it comes free. So unlike the Pokeball Plus, this comes free with the game. So yay! But yeah, if you've not played either Pokemon Heart Gold or Soul Silver, in my opinion, it's a must-play for any person to do. Just any, and I'm just checking that. Even though it isn't my favourite games, they are just some of the best games. Also, I haven't played Heart Gold, but I have played Soul Silver just to guarantee. So Lugia all the way. I've never been understand though why Lugia is a psychic and flying type, not a water type. But I think the only reason is because they didn't want to make Ho-Oh and outmatched if they made Lugia a water type. I think, but then they really didn't care about Groudon and Kyogre, so clearly it didn't matter. Okay, Pokemon Black and White. Again, S rank. I know some people are quite controversial on this. I will be honest, Pokemon Black and White are my first Pokemon games. Well, Pokemon White was. So, of course, it's going to have nostalgia value to it. And I love the fact that it's a good way for new fans to get in because they only have a limit of 150 Pokemon in the region. And then it does open up later on, but it doesn't overwhelm you and you get used to the cool Pokemon designs. In fact, I know I'm probably one of the persons who's the most Gen 5 Pokemon out there. I know that some Pokemon are a bit weird, the ice cream Pokemon, but pretty much a lot of the Pokemon designs aren't too bad, and I feel, considering I've grown up with it, they are the Pokemon I know. So it's I guess, Generation 1 for the Pokemon fans who first they started with those games. They're the Pokemon. I guess that's kind of the same with me. And I like the story, even though I was at the time, I was literally just mashing the button to get through the text because I wanted to do the exploring, the catching the Pokemon, all that fun stuff. I thought the story wasn't that interesting at the time. Now I'm one of the more, well, I wouldn't say complete opposite, but I would say story is one of my favorite parts on a Pokemon game because that's something that intrigues me because I like to know about the lore and stuff, and it will probably be somewhere there. So yeah, I think also, even though it's based off, I've been told I first thought it was New York, but there's another area as well in America that it's based off of, but I don't know really where it is because I know a friend told me where it was, but I know he's gonna probably tell me off in the comments. But anyway, he anyway says that he told me that it's based off somewhere else as well. But I feel what the amount of places they didn't do, they made one of the most unique areas and stuff and regions, and I felt even though the post game I know isn't amazing, I've spent hours in the post game. So yeah, I think could have been better. So okay, let's move on to Pokemon Omega Ruby and no, Pokemon X and Y even. No, Black and White 2. What am I doing? I'm getting the order really wrong. So Black and White 2, I'm gonna put A rank. I think I really like Black and White 2, and I think I really like it. I don't necessarily like it more than Black and White, but I do love both Black and White 2, and I like all the things they added, and I think they also helped with the what was it called? The the mechanic of seasons and stuff, because I think they helped it. And also I like battling on the white tree, is it called? I know it's like, because it's the opposite to the Black Tower. So because I got Pokemon White too, because I had Pokemon White, so that's kind of how I did it, and it makes more sense doing it that way round. So yeah, I feel that that's pretty I feel that's probably it. I don't know what else to say really. That Pokemon Black and White 2, I think it's pretty good. However, it's not as good as the originals because of one major factor, and I know this is going to make people annoyed with me, but I didn't like the fact that they had how they did other Pokemon in the region. I don't mind that there are different new Pokemon in the region, but I don't like it the fact, like, the new areas I'm fine with having old Pokemon, like the areas you've never been to before, in Pokemon Black and White. But the areas that, like, in the, is it Celia City, like in the sewers, I didn't like the fact that there was normal Pokemon, other Pokemon there. I felt it kind of didn't make any sense. It took immersion away from Black and White, and I liked it that Black and White had its own Pokemon. It was like an independent region, and I felt that was something that really made me like Black and White more, because it didn't destroy it. And I understand. I don't mind about, like, like, is it Furbank City? The place like where Roxy is, all the first starting town and stuff. Also in the area where there was other Pokemon in Pokemon Black and White. I don't mind them, to clarify, that they were there. So, but I just think they should have not added them in certain areas. But that's just my opinion. And okay, so let's move on to X and Y. Pokemon X and Y, I'm going to put in the B rank. Pokemon X and Y, I spent so much time with. Oh, I'm going to actually put an A rank. I'm sorry, I changed my mind. No, A rank. Pokemon X and Y, I spent so much time with when I was younger. It's probably one of the games I spent some of the most time with. I just tried raising the Pokemon, I tried to get them very high, and I actually managed to complete one of the 3 Pokedexes, and I'm so happy to this day I managed to do that, really. But but I didn't get any further with that Pokedex completion rate. But I enjoyed Pokemon X and Y. I don't think they were perfect, and I really think they should have had a Pokemon Z or X2 on Y2, but they didn't. So I wish they did, and I think it could have, Pokemon Z could have been done well, but I don't think X and Y were too bad. I think this is from nostalgia, but it's not. They're not very good games, I'll admit that. But they did also revolutionize the Pokemon games, making them 3D. And I know not everyone likes 3D, but I love 3D part of it. It allows customization. So I felt they're not great games, but I think they brought a lot of things to the Pokemon in the future. So that's probably the same with Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I'll probably actually put them. No, I'm going to put them B. I think even though I prefer the games more, I don't know. I didn't connect. I think they're better games. And I love the Delta episode, and I love the soaring on Latias and Latios. But for whatever reason, I think I didn't do everything posting. I thought legendaries just pushed in. They weren't felt put in like with like delicacy or anything. They were just shoved in, trying to make as much things as possible, and I didn't think it benefited the game. I think it just made it look, wasn't made as fun. It just got me bored after a while doing all these things. So in the end, I think I preferred X and Y, but that's probably just me. Anyway, so next games are Pokemon Sun and Moon, and I'm going to be putting them in S rank. I'd like to just say, even though Pokemon Black and White are my favorite games, and I would say that probably if I put Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver would be there, but Pokemon Sun and Moon, I actually really love them. I know that some people dislike the story, but yeah, actually, yeah, no, but I just love them more. I think they aren't perfect, but oh my goodness, the story is just something that hooked me throughout, and I feel that the post game wasn't too big, but it wasn't like too small. You could do a lot of things, and I like those looker quests. I know they weren't like amazing, but I just yeah, they did hook me for a little bit, and I enjoyed it, and I liked trying out all the new things. And I'm not going to say what I'm going to say because I'm going to share that for a different video, but I like the new experience, and I love a tropical area. I know that a lot of people dislike and they want something more normal in that sense, but I agree. I think they shouldn't do it every time, but I think people really I think hated Sun and Moon, and I think they're actually quite good games. I think they're maybe not very good at replay though, but I think they're still very good games. And Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna probably put them B rank. I like the games, but and maybe I want to keep them balanced. But I had a big problem with them, not because of the story. I enjoyed playing through the story, and I liked it. But after that, I just couldn't hook up with any of the post game. I guess maybe because I thought of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but the post game really didn't do well, in my opinion. I'd like to just say, when I say post game, I don't mean the Team Rainbow Rocket air parts. I'll be honest, Team Rocket in this game, Rainbow Rocket, are amazing, and they get my full thumbs up. But I think, and I feel a lot of the other things just weren't as good in a lot of ways. The, I think, I think people do dislike them a lot too much, but I think they were pretty good. So, as a game, I just think there were parts of the problem. Like I think okay. Let's start this bit again. I think that the areas, the new things they added were good, like the surfing, the little mini games things, the side quests. They were all good, but I didn't like what they did with the story. I didn't think it was as impactful, and I love a good story, and that's why I love Sun and Moon so much. But Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon didn't have as good. I think they didn't do very good after the Team Rocket arc. The catching the legendaries were just really poorly put in, and I didn't enjoy it. But yeah, I don't think they were very good games in that sense. But I did think that they did a lot of good things. Like I think the surfing was good. I think there was a lot of the Team Rocket quests, and I think a lot of things they added were good, but there were problems, and I felt a bit annoyed with it. Okay, let's go with Pokemon. Let's go Pikachu and let's go Eevee. I'm putting them different. This might be weird, but I feel Eevee is just so much superior. No offense to Pikachu fans, but let's be honest. Eevee has better moves and more opportunities with more clothing items. So let's be honest, Eevee's better. So you don't have to agree with that, but I think I haven't actually played Let's Go Pikachu, so I will be honest. There are parts of it that were better, but I don't think they were as. I think they aren't as amazing. I don't think they're amazing games, but I do think they are. I find them fun. I think the catching mechanics were interesting, but they weren't terrible. I think some people I know dislike it, but I think improved the webcammers. turned off. Audio connected. Okay, I think the audio just disconnected. I think it's fine now. Hearing, I'm just going to check. Yeah, it seems to be hearing me, I think. Yep, that's fine. Okay. But yeah, I felt that the game just wasn't perfect. I think they should have added more Pokemon. I think the post game should have been better, but I think that the new things they added were amazing, and that's one thing I dislike about the Pokemon fan base, is that the fact that they seem to first complain about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee being too different, and now they're complaining about Pokemon Sword and Shield on looking too samey from the first trailer. Like, make your mind up. Do you want something different, or do you want something the same? It's like, what? I think the catching mechanics are fun. I understand not everyone will like them, so I'm not, and I get why people might not like it, but I feel it makes them less repetitive, in my opinion, because instead of doing a lot of battling, you are also moving your arms and stuff, or using the switch. And I felt that when people, I felt that the story parts they've added and stuff is good, and I feel they've made these games that are pretty good. I feel they've improved them quite a bit. I feel they've improved them quite a lot. So I feel that that is important. I feel they've brought them into a newer generation, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I think I've said really what I need to say, but this is my tier list. I'm sorry, poor Pokemon Diamond Balls fans, and I know you're going to send me some death threats or whatever, or having a different opinion. And we'll see what Pokemon Sword and Shield are like. Hopefully yes, but realistically probably not. But I do really like them. So yeah. I hope, anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I like to just say this isn't definitive list. This might change. Like, I might have Pokemon Diamond Pollen S rank next time, but I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, I feel that it's a pretty good list, and it's pretty accurate. And I like to just say, even though I feel X and Y are probably, I look back at them and they're not as good, I feel that in some ways they are better than other games, and in some ways they're not. And if they made Pokemon Z, it might have been S, but we'll never know. Anyway, I hope this has all got through. So anyway, thank you for watching, and let's see if this works. And